Shell Whispers ASMR. Hello. Welcome back to another video. If you are who are interested, I did draw some love oracle cards. So if you are dating, if you're single, if there's someone on your mind, the cards are for that, and also some message cards from that person in your mind, but that will only apply to you if, you know, whatever your situation is. So, like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So we're gonna look at your tarot cards first. So, I have 4 tarot cards. So let's look at them. The first card is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. The King of Cups. The second card is the Hermit, okay? Already kind of getting a vibe here. The Hermit. The third card is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. And the fourth card is the Two of Cups. I was kind of already getting a vibe from those of you who chose this pile that you might be feeling kind of emotional. Maybe there is something going on in your romantic life. We will figure out later. But I feel like, okay, with the King of Cups, I feel like first of all, I feel like you are a very emotionally mature kind of person. You know how to handle your emotions, but at the same time, you are very emotional. And I feel like it took you a little while to get to the point where you are now. Like maybe in the past, you weren't always so good at controlling your emotions like you are now. I feel like you're very emotionally mature, but I feel like you have been feeling quite emotional lately, like in the present moment. And I feel like there's some deep feelings. I don't necessarily think that these feelings are bad or good, just like there's some deep feelings about a particular situation or person or whatever. And with the Hermit, right after it, I feel like maybe you have been kind of isolating yourself a little bit, like maybe you withdrew yourself to reflect and meditate and think about whatever the situation is. It could also be career related, it could be family, it could be anything, you know, friends, whatever fits your situation. So yeah, with the Hermit and the King of Cups, I feel like there's something that you're feeling very deeply emotional about, and you've been kind of going into, yeah, reflect mode, and kind of isolation mode. And I feel like that is kind of like the present moment, if that makes sense. Like I feel that strongly for the present moment for you. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So I feel like the next few months there's gonna be a new beginning for you, but it won't be maybe as quick as you want it to be. Like I feel like you'll be in this like meditating, thinking state for a little while longer. But with the Ace of Pentacles, there could be job opportunities coming your way, or like something like a change in career. Maybe you're gonna go to a different school, something like that, or maybe you're gonna move. Like I feel strongly like a new beginning for you. If this is related to your romantic life, I feel like things are gonna change for the better. We have the Two of Cups. It's usually an indication shuffle, it's too loud on camera. But I'm gonna draw a card to clarify the Hermit and the King of Cups. So, or like maybe a few cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely feel like something is moving slow, and it's moving slower than you want it to, but it is something very valuable and I feel like worth waiting for. Like if, for example, you're trying to, I don't know, get promoted or something, you know, like it's going definitely slower than you want it to, or if those things with a person are unclear, I feel like it's not going as fast as you'd like it to, but it's going slow but steady. Does that make sense? Like things are working, like the universe is working on helping you manifest things that you want into reality. It's just a bit slow, but it's very, very, very valuable, and I feel like whatever comes out of it in the end will be really, really positive, because these are all really positive cards. Like I don't get a bad vibe from them at all. Let's draw another one. Okay, we have the Chariot. Oh, this is lovely. The Chariot. The Chariot can definitely be about forward movement. It can be about taking action. So with the Chariot coming out, I feel like things are going to be moving for you in the next few months, because this is what this reading is about, you know, spring, summer. I was thinking like April, May to August maybe. So things are going to be moving in a direction that I think will be really, really positive for you. They just won't be moving as fast as you want them to, but also not too slow, because the Chariot is a fast moving energy. And I also feel, like I said before, the sense of like balance coming your way. Maybe you feel imbalanced, and I feel like there's a sense of like balance coming. You might actually be moving to a different city, a different country. The person that you're thinking of might be from a different country. Those are all just possibilities of the Chariot. So that was it for your tarot. Let's look at your oracle cards. So we have these two. I'm gonna read you what it says. The first one says, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, I feel like that's a lesson for all of us sometimes, right? We just have to surrender and accept the situation for what it is. Rock bottom. Maybe you did hit rock bottom in the last few months. Maybe life hasn't been too easy. Like I said, I definitely feel like you're very emotional about something. And the surrendering for you, I really feel like to just surrender to the process, surrender to, you know, life's timing, divine timing, whatever it is. If it takes longer, it takes longer for a reason. And like I said, whatever comes out on the end will be really, really valuable and really awesome. So just surrendering to the process and not trying to control the outcome, I feel like will be what's best for you within the next few months, because I feel like the sooner you'll do that, the sooner it'll move, you know? as 7 weeks, which I think makes sense because like summer and spring are kind of like, you know, in 7 weeks it'll probably be a little warmer depending on where you live. So I feel like 7 weeks makes a lot of sense. Then we have, this is coming out a lot for me lately too, we have Leo season, and number 5. So 5 could be significant for you. 7 could also indicate July, and 5 could indicate May. So, you know, the numbers, they're variable. Leo season is from the 23rd of July to the 23rd of August. It says 5 weeks or 5 months. So this is just an estimate, but like 5 to 7 weeks, maybe things will start heading into a different, better direction. I mean, 5 months is also possible, but I'm feeling more, for most of you, like 5 to 7 weeks, you know, Leo season in July, something like that. And then we also have Monday, so Monday might be a significant day for you, and it says number 2, which I find interesting because we did have the 2 of Cups. It says, like, talk to your friends and let them give you advice, or let other people give you advice. So maybe that is something that is important to you and your situation. Okay, let's look at now the oracle cards, because if you did, like the love oracle cards, because if you did ask about a person, we're about to find out some more information. So first we're going to look at these island love oracle cards that I have. Okay, the first one we have is seduction. And it says attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Might resonate for some of you. Then we have, I'll tell you what I get from this later, healthy choices. And it says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-care, self-love, being happier. Next, ascending. I love this card. This card's cool. This card is a good sign. It's a really good sign, I feel like. Transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Very, very good. That's a good sign. For some of you, I'm getting a specific message that maybe there was a separation with someone that is coming to an end, and it's just going a little slower than you'd like it to, but I definitely feel like with preparing for union and new phase, with that 2 of Cups energy and everything, that there is some sort of mutual balanced agreement or union that will unfold in the next few months. Something like a cycle that is kind of closing, but it's a very slow process, and there's a lot of lessons that you're going to learn from it. And I also find it interesting, it says transcending obstacles. So maybe that's why it takes some more time, because there's a few more obstacles in the way that you need to transcend, you know. And then this says, this is so interesting, this is a clock. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're feeling emotional about, it's gonna take some more time, it's gonna need some more time, but it is eventually going to have a very positive outcome. Okay, let's look at the messages. If you did think about a person in mind, this could also be a friend or someone that you're close to, so just take these as they resonate. Okay, the first message is kind of sweet and gives me 2 of Cups energy. It's I love you unconditionally. That's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Then we have, okay, I couldn't let you get close to me. So maybe that might be what some of you are frustrated about, and what also said, like, healthy choices in love. Maybe you need to prioritize yourself and give that person space so they can sort their feelings out, and then in time it'll all fall into place, you know. Okay, wow, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. I'm definitely sensing some sort of separation for some of you that happened that I feel like could come to an end. Okay, I don't react when people mention you. Very specific. And finding out the truth crushed me. So, again, with the healthy choices in love, healthy choices, seduction, ascending in the clock, and these messages, I feel like for some of you, there might have been a separation, either with a friend or romantic encounter. That separation is coming to an end. I feel like that person definitely misses and loves you, but they have some work to do still on their own, like some self-care, some self-love, some inner work, and I feel like you have to do that too. And if, like I said, if it doesn't apply with like the romantic stuff, if this is about a job or your life in general, I feel like there's a lot more balance about to come your way. I feel like it's gonna take some time. I feel like this is kind of like a progress. You're on a journey where you're learning a lot, and even if you feel emotional, I feel like with the King of Cups, it shows that you got this, that you're very strong, that you're very emotionally mature, and try to just, in the next few months, try to let go and surrender and try to make healthy choices for yourself. Eat healthy, go outside, exercise, prioritize yourself, and I feel like everything will fall into place in time. Alright, pile number 1, that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. I would love to hear, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Not 1, but 2. Those of you who chose the Rider-Waite Tarot, welcome. This is your reading. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We're gonna start by looking at your tarot. Then I have some oracle cards for you, some time cards, see at specific times, zodiac signs, some additional information. And then for those of you who are interested in like romantic, or sometimes it can also apply to friendships, I drew some love oracle cards for you, and also some messages from a person if, that resonates with you, person that you're thinking about. So, without further ado, let's start with your tarot cards. You got a lot of cards. I have to say the energy already feels a bit heavier than pile 1. Pile 1 was very like emotionally heavy, but this feels like there's actually like things going on in your life that might be like burdening you, or like just weighing on you almost. But let's see, like in the present moment. So I'm gonna start. I have 4 tarot cards. The first card is the Ace. The Ace of Cups. That's really positive, especially looking into the future. The Ace of Cups. Okay, then we have the Page of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Very interesting, because pile 1 got the King of Cups, you're getting the Queen of Cups, lots of emotional energy going on. So, okay, I'm kind of feeling like this is more related to the future potential, and this is more related to the present. So I'm going to start with the present moment. I feel like there's something that you need to break out of, that you almost need to break free from. That could be a person, it could be a job, it could be toxic friendship, it could be literally just like your country. Like there's something that I feel like most. Like I feel like it's holding you back from being who you truly are and completely expressing your nature. I do see, like, look, I love the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is like this overflowing cup of love, of abundance, and I feel like that is kind of like your potential future if you break free from whatever is holding you back. Because the Ace of Cups, like, I feel like there's a lot of love headed your way, romantically, friendship, family, whatever, but there's definitely a lot of love headed your way, and I feel like your cup will be filled, it will be overflowing, it won't feel like a burden. I feel like you will meet the right people, you will, have the right job, you will live the life that is meant for you, but you need to break free first. With the Queen of Cups too, like she's looking like it's almost like these two are like the cards connect, because like imagine this is like the cup that is overflowing and this is you just looking at the cup, very content. I feel like the Queen of Cups is a very content and sweet energy, so I feel like the next few months things are going to shift into way more positive direction. But you need to break free from whatever is holding you back first. I feel like maybe you feel kind of stuck or kind of like I said, held back, but don't hold yourself back. Don't let whatever it is that's holding you back hold you back. Just like break free from it, because I feel like then you're gonna experience so much abundance and love and happiness and, like I said, contentness. There's a lot of water, so you could be a water sign or a fire sign. Maybe you feel kind of torn between your passion, because like fire signs like passions and excitement, and your emotional world. Maybe you're unsure what to do. I also feel like kind of like having to break free. Like I feel like you already know what you have to do, but it's weighing on you. It's weighing on you. It's dragging you down. So yeah, it's definitely weighing on you and not. I feel like you're thinking about it a lot. I'm kind of noticing this house in the back, so maybe your home life could definitely have to do with it, or moving somewhere, or leaving a place, or it could just be with the house, like, because this is actually the first time that I'm noticing it on this card, so that probably means something. Maybe it's like habits or familiarity that you need to break free from, but you don't know how, you're not quite sure how, because it's like familiar, it feels natural, it feels good, or it doesn't feel good, but it feels comfortable. I feel like we don't always need to live out of our comfort zone, but I feel like for you it might be time to break free from your comfort zone just for a little while in order to experience a new, like, fresh energy that is very, very fulfilling and very, very loving. Alright, okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So the first oracle card is embracing, and I kind of feel like that ties into what I said with like your passion. Like there's something that you want to do, but something's holding you back. Just embrace it, because apparently I feel like whatever you're not doing, like whatever the thing is that you're not doing, it would make you happy. It would actually be really, really enriching and fulfilling. Like I get this very fulfilled energy. So if you want to be self-employed, if you want to start your own thing, whatever it is, you will know what it applies to. But embrace it and don't feel so like held back. Then we have gateway, which kind of makes me think of like a path. Like you definitely, there's like a path that you'll need to choose. There's something that you'll need to do in order to feel and have this contentment. And then we have standstill. So yeah, you could definitely feel a bit stuck right now, or maybe you have been feeling very stuck for a while and now it's time. I feel like the standstill is just like, this is what it was for the past few months or years or however long you felt this way, and now it's time to break free from that and like your intuition is trying to tell you something, life is trying to tell you something, and to guide you into direction that you're meant to go in, you know? Alright. Like the direction that's good for your soul. If I say it's like meant to be, I feel like meant to be is just another word or another phrase for like it's good for your soul. Alright, let's look at the time cards and see when that big change might happen, or significant dates or zodiac signs. Okay, we have Wednesday. So Wednesday might be a significant day for you. And number 4, which kind of reminds me of the 4 of Cups, which is about stagnation, apathy, boredom. So you might be in that energy right now of just like stagnation. And it says to be realistic. So maybe write a pro and con list, you know, in order to make a decision. Oh, okay, we have, oh my gosh, that's crazy. This is crazy. Okay, we have number 6, which reminds me of the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is about moving away from something or moving towards something, and I think in your case it's moving away from something. And we have Friday, it says end something, like end a cycle and just let go. So letting go and releasing and breaking free is definitely your theme for the reading. And last but not least, we have Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Okay, number 8. And 8, this reminds me of the 8 of Cups, which is about healing and retreating and soul searching. And it says heal the wounds, and it says 8 weeks or 8 months. So some of you might be Scorpios, or you might be dealing with a Scorpio, or you know, it might just be, like I said, Scorpio is a very intense zodiac sign, and I felt this kind of like more intense energy than as opposed to with pile 1. Yeah, healing. There's a theme of healing and letting go and breaking free, and then experiencing. Like I feel like it's gonna be a very spiritual and nice experience for you to heal and let go, even if it hurts. That sometimes is profound, you know. I don't know how to properly express myself, but I hope you know what I mean. Like, healing is a very profound human experience, and what comes after healing is this like flower, you know, this like new flower, almost like a new species. Like, I don't know, you know, when like in the summer, in the morning when it's still cold, and you can see some little drops of water on like the plants and stuff. That's what this new energy for you that's coming feels like to me. But you have to heal and let go first. So yeah, Friday and Wednesday might be significant. Number 4, number 6, and number 8. So they're all interesting. How do you say that in English? Straight numbers. Whatever, even numbers. They're all even numbers. Okay. Now I'm curious. Maybe some of you, maybe it has to do with a person. So let's look at your love oracle cards. Alright. Wow, okay. So we have butterfly, the butterfly, the butterfly, the butterfly. And it says relationship evolving into the next phase, healing inner child and growth. So for some of you, this change, this transformation could be a relationship evolving, or it could also just mean your life evolving. But there is definitely some wounds that need to be healed first. Then we have, wow, okay, mask. It says not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. I feel like this might be you hiding how you truly feel, because like I said, with that 10 of Wands energy, there's something burdening you and you might not show it to other people. And your significant other, or whoever, you know, this is about. Then we have cassette, and it says, I'll show you. vice versa. But I feel like it's time to show your hand and to be honest, you know? Because we had mask earlier too, but this could also mean the other person. So, like I said, take what resonates. We have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. So someone might be missing you, you might not be in contact because of whatever is holding you back. You might not be in contact with that person. But I feel like you're gonna be able to make new memories, you know, if you break free and you're being true to yourself and true to the people around you, and obviously vice versa, you know. And the last thing we have, keys on a ring. Wow, okay. Many options, decision, unconventional. I definitely feel like maybe this is an unconventional situation and that's why it's holding you back. It says decision, string along, and one night stand. So I definitely feel like unconventional and decision are the keywords here for you, which is kind of funny because it's keys. So I feel like you might have to make a decision about what to do next, what the next step is, and I feel this strong denial energy from you, but it also could come from your person, you know. And I feel like as far like I feel like this was more your energy, but as far as your person's energy goes, I feel like they miss you. They look at your photos. They are definitely, you're definitely on their mind. They might not show it though. They might not show you their true feelings. Maybe you both are friends and they're not really being open and honest. And I feel like you're probably also not being open and honest. Maybe you guys are friends and that's what's burdening you. You're attracted to each other, you like each other, and no one wants to say anything because you're scared it's gonna ruin the friendship or something. Very specific again, but I feel like this pile is also very specific. So alright, let's look at messages from them. What would they say to you? Okay. I mean, this is crazy. Also with the cassette and replaying things in your head. Okay, we have everything reminds me of you, and we have photograph and cassette. Yet this person thinks about you a lot, thinks about the time that you had together, the memories, my hair, the memories you made. They look at old photos, they are reminiscing, they definitely miss you. Wow, I'll never let you go again. So there might have been some arguments, some separation, some sort of fallout. Will you hear me out? So they want you to listen to them and listen to their side of the story. Wow, okay, it was a mistake. So maybe this is what's burdening you. Maybe they did something to hurt you and now you're not sure if you should give them another chance or not. That could definitely be another option here. Wow, I feel like I lost you. Okay, very, very specific for some of you. Feel like I lost you. Yeah, this person thinks because we had the mask. I feel like you both are not showing each other your true feelings, and they think they lost you because you're not really showing them what you're actually feeling. Wow, okay. Losing you hurt more than anything ever has, but I didn't want to admit it. Exactly. They didn't want to admit it. They were not showing you their true feelings. You guys were both probably scared of getting hurt. You were not showing each other your true feelings. And the last thing, this is insane how this all fits. We have, I want to fix this, but I don't know how. So, if this is a situation, I feel like this, it seems like this person is really, really sorry and really wants to make things right. At least hear them out, talk to them, see what they have to say, and then you can decide what you want to do. So, obviously, if the situation isn't good for you and you need to let this go, let it go. Like I said, I did get a message of letting go and letting a cycle end, but it might also be letting go of like doubts and maybe giving this person a chance. You will know what's best for you. Like I said, I don't know your situation, but to me it feels like the person is definitely very, very sorry and wants you to give them another chance. So maybe go within yourself and really listen, but there's definitely an element of transformation, something changing, and first tarot card right away is the Ace of Swords. Then we have the Nine of Wands, Perseverance. The first thing that comes to my mind when I see that card. We have the King of Wands. We have the Justice card. Very good. And the Three of Cups. Alright, so these are all very, very positive energies. I feel like maybe there was a little bit of struggle, or is a little bit of struggle in the present moment, and something that you're not sure of, something that you're gonna need more clarity on, and I feel like that clarity is gonna come within the next few months. We're gonna look at the time cards later to figure out when specifically, but definitely I feel like some sort of clarity is heading your way. So it's almost as if the cards are saying like, hang in there just a little longer, because I don't think this is a slow moving energy, very fast paced energy. I feel like you're gonna have the aces are always a new beginning, so with that clarity, a new chapter of your life is going to start. For example, pile 2 was like very drastic change. Here I feel like some things are going to change, but it's not as drastic, but there's definitely a new chapter in the summer that you're going to open up and you're going to gain some more clarity on. And yeah, I feel like perseverance, definitely, like hang in there. I feel like you've been kind of waiting for something or fighting for something, and I feel like you're gonna get that clarity within the next few months. We also have the King of Wands, so you know, this is a masculine energy, so take that as it resonates as well. So it might be about a masculine in your life, but I feel like in general the King of Wands is a very passionate person, so I feel like the next few months you're gonna work very passionately on your creative projects, whatever it is that you're passionate about. If you like to travel, maybe you're gonna plan a trip. If you like to cook, you're gonna cook a lot, you know. Like, I just feel like the next few months it's important to prioritize things that make you happy and things that bring you joy, because we have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about good times, a lot of good times, a lot of fun with your friends, with your loved ones, just like, yeah, very light energy. And the Three of Cups is also about coming together and celebrating, so there might be some celebrations in the next few months that you're gonna attend. This very positive energy, guys. Some sort of like, maybe someone's getting married, someone's birthday, but I feel like some sort of celebration. And I also feel like almost like a balance between your masculine and feminine energy, because the King of Wands, to me, very masculine, right? Very passionate. And the Three of Cups, like, you see these three women, they're all very feminine and very in touch with like their feminine nature. So I feel like, and this is about energies, guys, right? Not genders, but energies. So I feel like you're gonna be very balanced, because we also have the Justice card, which is all about balance. So if you feel, or if you felt imbalanced, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of balance being restored to you, life, to your connections. It could also, you know, justice with the Nine of Wands here, maybe some sort of situation that you're in is going to sort itself out. I feel like it's gonna solve, like there'll be some sort of, yeah, I don't want to say karma, but like there's definitely a solution and more clarity, because look, she's also holding a sword, and you got the Ace of Swords. So clarity, good times, passion, creativity, perseverance is what I think you need. You need to stay persistent, and balance heading your way, and I really see you succeed. And yeah, just like I feel like you're gonna feel just very, very, very balanced, and very, with the owl on the Justice card, it also makes me feel like wise. You're gonna learn from whatever is gonna happen the next few months, and whatever happened before that, you're gonna learn a lot of very profound lessons, and maybe you're even gonna be able to help others, because with the Three of Cups, it's in my opinion, or like in my feeling, whatever, it's like a friendship card. So maybe there'll be friends reaching out to you being like, hey, can you help me with this? And you'll have more energy because you'll feel more balanced, and you'll be like, sure. So whatever you're gonna learn from, I think others are going to benefit off of that too. Alright, let's look at your oracle cards. Okay, so we have that is so funny, guys. Okay, first we have the wolf spirit, and it says turn knowledge into wisdom. And it just said that you're gonna feel like you're gonna learn a lot of lessons and you're gonna be wise like an owl. So definitely some sort of knowledge, some sort of wisdom heading your way, some sort of clarity, maybe an epiphany, maybe like, oh, this is what I want to do with my life, or oh, this is where the situation is going, you know. Number 67 could be significant, but yeah, I feel like you're very free-spirited, creative, dominant kind of person that is very balanced, and I feel like that's gonna pay off, you know what I mean? And then we have hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide, number 32. So I feel some very, very like intuitive vibes from some of you. Like I feel like you guys know what's up. Everybody knows what's up, you know. Like I feel like you already know that you're gonna learn from this and that you're gonna be wiser, and you're letting your intuition lead you. You already are doing that, and it's just saying continue to do that. If you're not doing that yet, that's what you need to do. Follow your intuition. Okay. Okay, we have you are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. So maybe similar to pile 2, maybe there's things that have been holding you back. But this is basically saying you're good the way you are, even if others think you're weird. I'm really getting spiritual vibes here. Like, I'm getting, yeah, spiritual vibes from some of you. Maybe you read tarot too, or you have like interests that other people don't, or you do things that other people maybe find weird, but it's saying to like embrace it and face your true north. Like, I like to say, to live in your truth, because in my opinion, living in your truth is the best thing that you can do, even if that truth sometimes can be painful or uncomfortable. You always want to live in your truth, because if you don't, then you just live in an illusion. And you know, I'd rather live my truth than live in an illusion to please others. So you're not for everyone. I think that's a pretty good lesson there. And then we have yes, okay. Empathetic star seed, energetic, sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. I definitely feel that you are an inspiration for other people, and that other people are going to feed off of your energy, because they're gonna feel how wise you are. Maybe you're an old soul that's lived many lifetimes before, you know. But I definitely feel like empathy, and like I said, your friends might be reaching out and stuff like that. And last but not least, we have, wow, okay, there's a lot about trust in the universe here. We have trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Oh wow, okay, this just gave me chills, because I chose this pile too, just because I'm curious to see, you know, what would come up, and this actually really resonates with me. I hope it resonates with you too. But yeah, I think also the beach might be resonating for some of you. I think, like I said, trust in your intuition, trust in the universe, trust in life. You know, kind of like go with the flow type of energy is important here, because whatever clarity it is that you're looking for, that you're searching for, it will come in time. But yeah, but I feel like you're already kind of trusting that. It's just that maybe sometimes you're doubting it or whatever, and we had turned knowledge into wisdom. Like, maybe sometimes it's hard for you to like turn the lessons that you've learned into, like, how do I word this? Like how to use the lessons that you learned in your day-to-day life. And I feel like that's something that, yeah, you can definitely work on. Alright, let's look at the time cards. When things might be picking up for you, when that clarity, that new beginning might be coming in. And like that, the fun times. Okay, so we have Sunday, number 1. Okay, it says go within and create a vision. Yeah, some of you might be very, very spiritual, very highly creative people, I feel like. So Sunday might be significant. Today when I'm filming, oh no, it's actually Monday. I was gonna say today is Sunday. It's not. But yeah, create a vision, maybe manifesting, visualizing, you know, stuff like that. Then we have number 10. It says you begin, you start a new chapter. It says 10 days or 10 weeks, which I think makes sense. Between 10 days and 10 weeks, it's still spring and summer. So number 10 could also mean October. Could be significant for you with number 1, number 10. We have number 12, and it says it's gonna be completed. So it says 12 days, 12 weeks. So between 10 days and 12 weeks. So I definitely feel like things are gonna pick up. Like I said, I don't really feel a slow-moving energy at all. I feel more like a fast-paced energy for sure. And last but not least, we have number 8, and it says everything is in a flow. 8 days, 8 weeks. So the timing of things is crazy because like 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, that's all very close, you know. 8 days. So I definitely feel like whatever project or thing that you're working on or relationship, whatever, it's gonna flow. But you just need to trust the process, you know, trust the process. And I feel like you already are, but like there's this little doubtful voice in your head that's holding you back, and I think you need to let that go and just, what did it say, like ride the wave you came in on, or like trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, like you have time, don't worry. Alright, so for those of you who are interested in romance, we're gonna look at some love oracle cards and some messages. Okay. Alright. The first one is date, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan and set a date. If you are already in a relationship, this could just mean fun times are ahead, like I said with the 3 of Cups. A lot of fun times are heading your way. If you're not, if you're single, you might meet someone new because like I said, there's only positive energy heading your way. So you might meet someone new, you might get back to dating. And then we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Maybe there are some one-sided relationships in your life. That could also be friendships where you put too much energy in, and that's what's kind of holding you back from your spiritual growth, you know. So that could be an indicator. Then we have the butterfly, relationship evolving into the next phase. Definitely a new phase, new beginning, healing inner child, growth. Yeah, I definitely see that. Your life in general evolving. If you are in a relationship, it might evolve to the next phase, like moving in or making things official, whatever your situation is. And I definitely feel lots of growth coming for you. But I almost feel like the growth has already happened, but you're gonna be able to like implement it into your life, you know. Then we have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, focusing out. Okay, sunglasses are kind of like a summer theme, I guess, so it fits. So someone might, you know, have an eye on you, or I don't know, maybe it's you looking around, dating around. Definitely just like very, very light, fun energy for the next few months. And then we have as the rest of the reading. Okay, the first one is I want us to talk. So maybe if your relationship is evolving into the next phase, your significant other wants to talk to you about it, or about the next phase in your life, or a friend or whoever, you know. Okay, we have I will come back to you if that's what you want. Might resonate for some of you, or it's like an ex or separation situation, or an emotional comeback, you know. It doesn't always have to be physically. And then we have I love you, that's very sweet. I'm sure lots of people love you. That particular person loves you too. Very sweet. I might not be around, but you're always on my mind. That kind of ties into the sunglasses with the stalking. So if you are in separation or